Recording started.
Yeah, I don't like the voice it does when I start recording. Recording started. Alright.
Recording on.
Alright. The first one is... I'm gonna mute Discord real quick, hang on. First time my notifications have been off in forever. There we go. The first one is Vor Monologue. This one's... I think every Warframe player is familiar with this. But in case they aren't, I bet that's specifically referencing the fact that even if you kill the son of a bitch, he just keeps yapping. Like in the void.
He's almighty. He's
Yeah.
all powerful.
Yeah, the Giannis key. Its true power is just making it where he won't shut the fuck up. He just won't stop. Jesus. And then the next one is signature weapons.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, that's just fucking signature weapons for each Warframe. Like Icarius and Exceltra for Gauss.
Yeah, which it feels like that's something they've been pushing a lot more in recent years.
Yeah, yeah, nowadays you don't get a Warframe or Prime drop that doesn't come with signatures. Or
Yeah.
like at least Prime weapons associated with the Prime Warframe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Though some new players that might be watching this might not know, signature weapons get boosted if you use them with the Warframe that they are associated with. For instance, if you're running with Gauss, the Icarius reloads quicker.
But nobody actually uses these bonuses.
Yeah, well the thing is, Lavos, he gets like a whole new fifth ability basically, with his signature. I'm blanking on its name.
I couldn't say I don't play Lavos.
Well, it's basically a fucking fifth ability. It synergizes so well with his kit. And then there's 100 Days of Warframe. That's the animation made by, I think, MASH.
Yeah,
It's just a parody of Warframe. It's really good.
it's really funny, really good.
Yeah.
Fun watch.
One of, if not the first, like, large-scale Warframe animations. It is really fucking good. Caleb, you gonna say hi?
Hi.
I'm just imagining, like, this in Warframe context, just three Tenno/drifters sitting around, like talking about, like, meta information of the world. The third one's just dead silent, staring forward. Except for the high. Near bankruptcy, that references, like, DE's start when they were, like, bankrupt 80% of the time.
Uh, it's a wonder this game worked out for them.
It's a wonder that company worked out. I mean, to get rejected by Bungie, of all studios, the creators of Destiny, oh my god. But hey, Bungie can suck it, because now
Our
Warframe...
game's better.
Yeah, Warframe's just better Destiny too. All those Destiny players that left, they came crawling to Warframe. And you know what? We'll welcome them with open arms.
I played Destiny for like 8 hours before I even knew what Warframe was and immediately got bored.
Yeah, I had a friend who really liked Destiny 2, and I'd always try and play it with him, but every time I'd like download it, he'd say, "Nah, we'll play some other time." So I'd uninstall it, and then like a week later, he'd be like, "Hey, reinstall, let's play it." And I'd get it back, and he'd keep ducking it. So
My God.
I never got around to truly playing Destiny 2. I've just seen gameplay and heard of it, and it looks like it's bad.
The gameplay is alright. It's just that to actually play the game, you have to pay like 5 mortgages.
Yeah.
I have like 200 hours in the first one.
Isn't the first one like good though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dark Sector. That's like Dark Sector walked so Warframe could run. There are many, many references to Dark Sector in Warframe, especially with 1999. Proto Excalibur, the Nyx skin, the other Proto skins, that Glaive skin. There's a lot of callbacks to it. Oh, and the name Tenno. The main character's last name is Tenno, and now there's the whole faction of the Tenno and whatnot.
The demon souls.
Oh yeah, I just now got why you brought that up. I was trying to think of what you were referencing. There's also Clem was fan made. Uh, there's a Grenier voice line, "Get Clem," and it sounds like they're saying "Get Clem." That's what people thought they were saying. So there's a Grenier like fan made named Clem, and then he was brought into the game as Darvo's like contractor
The
or
goat.
agent or whatever. Yeah, the goat. Clem number one. Clem on top.
For real, for real.
I love how he has that little fucking cape that he wears. But this will be tackled later on in the iceberg as well. But he has a gene mutation that lets him deny the queen's will and disobey them.
I love Clem's blunt fort.
Dream blunt rotation in Clem's blunt fort. Hear me out. Quincy, Albrecht and Lloyd, and Lotus.
I'm listening.
Those
But
four.
only because Albrecht's there.
Those four with Clem and the blunt fort. Oh my god. The next one up is the Man in the Wall. That's the super mega void entity, or well, the void, who becomes especially prevalent after Chains of Harrow, and in the New War and the 1999 quests and all that. He's referred to very frequently as Wally, Walbricht, and whatnot, and he has some very interesting interactions after Chains of Harrow in your orbiter.
Yeah, interesting is one way to put it.
Yeah, he'll just appear and say, hello. Oh, he's prevalent in Duviri as well, technically. And then there's Rebulast, which is just DE underscore Reb slash Rebecca Ford's like Reddit name at one point. It's just DE Reb.
Fuck you, DE_Reb.
Then there's Potato. That's just an Oricon reactor. They're called potatoes because they look a lot like potatoes.
Yeah.
There's also like
They're
a bunch
probably
of...
not as scrumptious though.
Oh no, they're more scrumptious.
Um,
Why do you think Warframes like to eat them?
I'm going to be real with you. I don't think Warframes can taste.
This wasn't going to YouTube. I'd make a very interesting comment. Next up is Groffit. That was something Darvo's father says in one of the videos for Warframe that is on the YouTube channel of the official Warframe account. It's growth plus profit equals Groffit. It's a very silly thing. All hail Groffit. And then there's Founders exclusives. That's just the Prime Skana, Prime what's the secondary?
It was the Lato, I believe.
Yes, Prime Lato, Prime Skana, and Excalibur Prime. Back in the day, because DE didn't have very much money to work with, they sold Founders exclusives, and they can't resell those or re-add those to the game for like everyone to obtain because legally it's exclusive. Hence, they are called Founders exclusives. Depending on the rank you bought of there were three. You'd get different stuff. The best, including Excalibur Prime, the Prime Skana, and the Prime Lato. Or Lato.
I would kill to be an Excalibur Prime owner.
Me too. And then there's Fortuna 69. When Fortuna released, there were so many people going there that it opened up many, many servers. And eventually, it was Fortuna 69. and a lot of
Now
people,
everyone just goes to Fortuna 69.
yeah, so much so the other servers closed, but Fortuna 69 stayed open, and then everyone else rushed to get all the others to 69, and then DE, Digital Extremes being the saints they are, made it where just randomly a 69 server would open up in the different server areas, even if no one had pushed it to that point. And now a lot of
Awesome.
people will like take shifts keeping them open. Then there's roll through knockdowns. That could be referencing the fact that if you roll, sometimes you just won't get knocked down. Or if you are knocked down, if you roll in one direction, you'll get up in that direction.
I think it means the fire Eximus. Whenever you roll through, you won't get knocked down.
I mean, you can roll through a lot of different
I mean,
knockdowns, though.
that goes for most knockdowns, but knockdowns in this game are weird, so that doesn't always work.
There's some knockdowns you can't roll through. You know those security gates that, like, shoot you back? You can roll through
Oh
those if you
my god.
time it correctly.
Fucking hate it when they do that. It's so annoying.
I mean, just roll. It's that easy.
I mean, true, but this is annoying.
Yeah, that's fair. Then
Even though if
there's
you're moving optimally, you should be rolling 80% of the time anyway.
yeah, that or spinning. There's bought by I think you pronounce it Leo. Back in the day, DE was broke, and well, they weren't broke at this point, but they were acquired by Leo, who in recent years was acquired by Tencent, which recently Tencent was labeled a military company for China type or something. So
Oh
technically,
boy.
DE is contributing to the Chinese military.
Can't believe it. Warframe canonically supports the Chinese military.
I can't believe DE's
Do you think
communist.
Tencent has a cousin company named 50 Cent?
No, it's not a company, it's a man. He lives here in America.
Okay.
And there's leveling to 40. That's referencing the multitude of different things that level to 40. For instance, the Kuva weapons, the Tenet weapons from the Sisters, and pretty soon the infested variants of those from the Band Boys. Huh?
I got. Please hurry up and give me those. But I need. I need.
I need the Super Stug. Oh, there's also Necromex. There's also level to 40. And a Paracesis. And a few other things. There's also red text. Red text started as just text that would appear in chats and give like updates and whatnot. Nowadays, it's become like a foreign entity within the code. It's just gained a personality of its own. And I truly like to believe that DE just hired some random guy specifically to write red text. In recent months, well, years now, red text has become increasingly down bad. I mean, he referred to Citrine's Jamusi, for Christ's sakes.
I forgot
Mommy,
about that.
mommy, show me mercy.
Called Hilchard a fucking muscle mommy. Red text is great. Red text is fantastic.
Red Text is the hardest working employee at DE.
He's the only working employee at DE aside from Pablo.
Exactly. That's why he's the hardest working one.
God, we need Soulframe so we can see where 80% of DE has went. Which that's shocking considering the only way they gain Soulframe employees is Warframe employees or developers getting lost in the code and just being reborn in Soulframe.
Yeah.
Then there is faction languages. That's referring to the unique language that each faction has, which later on it also references a bit more quirks about that. I'm trying to think what else. I don't think there's much else to be said about that. Trials/raids. Those are like different events where there's only been two in Warframe's history, but it allows more than 4-player squads, and you'd go in and complete a task, or well, a trial, and usually a big boss fight ensues.
I doubt they are any good. Warframe boss fights didn't have a history of being very good for a long time.
Well, you gotta think, like, more than 4 Warframes, all shooting abilities at one target, that would have been awesome.
True. But the boss wouldn't have been around for more than like half a second.
Well, no, this was years ago, so scaling wasn't quite as absurd as it is now. But also, imagine a 100v100 like PvP game mode.
No. Whichever Mesa uses their four first wins.
Well, no, there's so many targets it'd take forever to shoot through them all. Pro tip and trick: give the enemy Mesa the radiation proc and watch them gun down their own team.
Yeah. Well, I guess shield gating. That is a thing now. So.
Yeah, it's fair.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Remember
and
when shield
motherfuckers
gating
like
didn't used to
Dante.
exist?
Yeah.
That was a time.
Honestly, Mesa wouldn't be an issue because Dante. You can just make every player immortal and just become like a giant hangout session.
This is why Warframe PvP doesn't work.
Yeah. Everyone's too strong. Even the weak people are too strong. The next one is Lotus in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Lotus was added in as like a ghost helper person that you can use a trophy or something. I heard about that and almost considered getting Super Smash Bros. Ultimate just for Lotus. I'm pretty sure by the time I heard about it, it was like too late to get her or something. I don't.
Yeah, and the Tenno was added as a playable character.
Wait, really?
No, dumbass.
Oh. You don't have to be so mean to me, Caleb. Alright, no further comments about my idiocy. 100% or 100% status. That's referencing that if you hit like 100% status or 100% crit, you'll always land a status or crit. If you go beyond that, you can get like multiple crits or multiple statuses per shot slash attack. In crit's case, it'll go up to red, orange, black, etc. Which that's also talked about later on at the red crit category, but I'll skip over that since we just brought it up.
I mean, my favorite weapon is the Kuva Dukor, so.
Speaking of those, stat sticks. Back in the day, there were some abilities that were like based off of your melee, and stat sticks were weapons that had really good stats that you'd get, mod up, and then use to boost these abilities. For instance, Ivara's Chain Whip, I'm pretty sure, and Gara's like Glass Whip.
I know Gara was affected by it.
Yeah.
I think. No, I don't know if Korra's whip was affected by it, but I know it's affected by combo, or at least it used to be.
Yeah. I think this one says Speed Nova. That's probably just referencing Nova's immense ability to speedrun.
Yeah, you go negative power strength, you press slow, and you watch everything run at like a Mach 80 on a defense map.
Yeah. Red crits, already went over that. Then there's sabotage objectives. What's to bring up there? It's just a game mode. Or, well, mission type. There's peculiar mods. There's 3 of those in-game currently. They don't give any benefit. They just change how things work. One of them, you shoot the enemy, and sometimes their body parts will inflate after getting hit. There's one that plays a laugh cue, like every random time when you kill someone, percentage chance. And there's another where flowers will grow, where things die if you kill them, which is pretty silly. Next one is Space AIDS. That's referencing the infestation slash helminth cyst you can get on your Warframe. That happens if you're around someone else infected or are around a nidus. It'll take like a week or 2 to fully grow. It's not 2 weeks, it's like 1 week. You can drain this at the incubator to make a helminth charger. You can keep it and infect others, or you can go to the back room of the orbiter, the helminth room, and pop it, and then that frame will never grow another one.
I do not miss the days when you had to wait for a cyst to mature to be able to get rid of it.
Yeah.
through the chair.
Yeah. Nowadays, well, I mean, nowadays it's kind of lame because you'll just pop it instantly and then you won't infect
Yeah.
others. I'll be right back.
All right.
Wonderful weather we're having.
Yes, I sure do love the clear sky.
But yeah, I sure do enjoy looking at sun.
My PC is telling me that it's cold. That is bullshit. It is not cold.
Put a blanket over it, see what happens.
Yeah, put like a rug over your PC, let it overheat. Then it'll be real toasty. The next one is Lich Quirks. That's referencing liches and sisters, and assumedly the infested variants will have them too. They can have unique quirks which change their like voice lines or their behaviors in certain ways. There's a really funny one that just makes it where sometimes they'll just leave while you're hunting them. Like they'll spawn in and
Is
just leave.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Adios.
Yeah, they just bail. Like you,
That's awesome.
they'll wait till
I
they're at
hate
like
that.
half health or lower, and they just choose to leave.
No, was that
I
one that I had with
I hate that.
the fucking bow? And we had it was a fucking fighter. He was throwing us around and shit. And then like whenever we got him to quarter health, he just dipped. Like asshole.
I remember. I don't know what frame I was using. I remember shooting at him, and then he grabs me and throws me off the edge, and it takes me like forever to finish falling and respawn, but it canceled all my abilities. But he
Modern
just
players would not.
oh
Go on. I was
oh
gonna say modern players would not be able to deal with old liches.
yeah. I remember I got an old lich and waited like years before finally doing it for some reason. But this was like after old liches were like removed and new liches came around. So I had an old lich just wandering around. I got it to max rank before hunting it. Holy shit. Everyone else's liches were like really fucking easy. Then mine came in like the fucking final boss.
Please bring them back. Those were actually really
Stomped
fun.
in like fucking Mr. X.
What?
Stomped in like fucking Mr. X.
Remember the Warframe campaign? Fucking Delulu trying to void dash. And
Mob Toss.
see Mob Toss got his ass.
Nobody is immune to the reach of Kuva Lich Seamob Toss.
Fucking what's his face? Your bounty
I'm
putting
upset
his
that
head.
is.
Oh,
I'm upset there isn't one here for just funny Lich names.
there isn't?
It doesn't look like it.
We'll include it here. You can get like really silly names. There was one. It was like Seg's egg, so like sex egg. That was really silly. But those sell for a lot of platinum on the market if you capture them. So yeah, lich names are very.
If you enjoyed my
Hmm?
Uva Lich, say Gex.
Like there.
There's Gara stacking. I think that's referring to Gara just stacking damage with her shatter
Infinitely.
shield. Yeah, getting up to like the couple millions, just fucking evaporating everything she comes near. The good old days.
God, I would build for that if it was practical these days.
Yeah. Free Ignis Wraith. Back in the day, it was like kind of annoying to get an Ignis Wraith. But like players would give them away for free in trades, or just like give them just away for free in chat to like new players to help them get it. Nowadays you can just get it from a clan dojo though. So there's also helmet interactions. That's referencing the big guy in the helmet room, the big mouth. If you go in there with like a pet or a space Roomba, it'll like eat them. think it's really funny. Well, it'll spit them out, but you know. Now we're on tier.
I think the only pet it doesn't suck up and consume is the helmet's charger, right?
I think so, yeah.
I always thought that interaction was really cute.
Yeah. Next up is the super jump. That used to be one of Excalibur's abilities. He'd jump up, and like, it's just a jump, basically. But
Before he got his exalted blade.
Was it? That ability was replaced. No, that ability was replaced by Radial Javelin.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that used to be Radial Javelin. He just fucking jump in the air.
Oh, that's all. I mean, I've never looked into it, like older Warframe stuff this era, but I always thought it was fucking got replaced with Exalted Blade.
No, I thought I'm probably misremembering this, but I thought he like came out of the box, like added in with Exalted Blade, or some variant of just pulling out a sword. It feels wrong to imagine a day where Excalibur doesn't have Exalted Blade.
Yeah. I remember when Slash Dash just didn't work.
It still barely fucking works. What are you talking about?
At least it can function now.
Half the fun of Warframe is your abilities just not working sometimes.
True.
There's this one game where my Dante bugged, and he just, like, his abilities wouldn't proc on anyone. Wouldn't proc on me, my pet, none of my allies. It would only hit enemies. So, granted, he's still really good, because he can just fucking, delete enemies with his abilities, but still.
God, I wonder what it's like to have actual abilities.
I know, right? Imagine being a fucking Ureli main.
Hey. Playing Ureli is really fun. I promise. I don't do it as some kind of external, wild, wacky torture device.
Ilya.
What?
Hashtag void rigged.
Okay, fair.
That Necromech should not have lost that cosplay contest. The fucking Ureli winning is unimaginable, alright?
Like, I'll take the W, but is so fucking rigged.
I can't believe it. I remember all of us being on VC when that happened. I don't think you were there because you were watching it with someone else or something, I think. But,
I was there.
Oh, okay. When she won, that was fucking bullshit.
The whole fucking VC lit up.
Dude, the whole VC was enraged. No one there was happy. Except you, I guess, but like, oh my god.
No, you think I'm happy? You think I wanted a dub like that?
You Ureli mains, well, you're the only one. But you, like, anyone who is a Ureli main feeds off of the incorrect. Alright? For you, good is evil and evil is good. Alright? You derived sick pleasure from that Ureli stealing the dub from the Necromech. That's why you think Ureli is fun to play when in actuality she's not, right?
I was playing Ureli long before that.
Okay, yeah, but still. You're basically into BDSM, but digital.
God. This is the shit I have to put up with.
One day you're gonna do wax play and be like, this only hurts half as bad as playing Ureli.
Look. 200% crit rate on every secondary while moving is
You don't
really
need
nice.
You don't need Ureli to do that.
Yeah, but it's even more crit.
Jesus. 2 years from now, a new Warframe Iceberg will be made, and Ureli's going to be at the bottom tier because no one knows that frame exists aside from her quest that no one completes.
I only got her because they made her quest easier. It used to be way too long.
It's still way too long.
I think it's at least reasonable if you know what you're doing now.
Bah humbug. Next up is Amalgam Rooms. That's referencing, like, the special rooms and Corpus areas. They have, like, a puzzle set, or, like, symbols on them, and each one correlates to a different puzzle/trial you gotta do in the tile set itself. And then the door opens, and you can loot it to get a Captura scene and like some other shit. Captura scene's the only thing of note, though. And then if you hit the door on the inside of that with your operator or drifter, void energy basically, it opens up, revealing amalgam enemies that you can slaughter. After that is mining tool art. Back in the day, mining tools would like let you draw, and a lot of people would draw penises everywhere, and that was really funny. That was the most fun Warframe ever got. And they'd also write.
I
Like,
wish I was around for that.
Yeah, they'd also write like send nudes everywhere. That was really funny. But then DE took it away from us, and then Warframe like lost all appeal. But people just kind of kept playing, I guess.
I bet that decision was made by DE_Reb.
Probably. She
Yeah,
feeds
it's
off
fun.
of the she feeds off of the negativity of the underlings. Then there's the Necromech cob. That's referencing the fact that like the base Necromech looks like a corn cob. And there's also a bug where only that cob part will load in. So it just looks like a flying corn, or not corn dog, cob, or cob of corn. Corn on the cob. That's really funny. And there's coptering. That's a movement glitch where you like jump in the air, slide, then dash forward, or jump forward, and it like shoot you really, really far. It was added back in like 2020 or 2021 or something, but then they removed it again. Because DE hates
You
fun.
can't have nice things.
Nope. Next up's arcane helmets. Those are old helmets that used to like give you a stat boost in exchange for something else. Certain Warframes had them. There's like 14 of them, I think. Maybe a bit more. Nowadays, you cannot acquire them at all. They can still be traded, though. But, like, purely cosmetic variants do exist that you can buy with platinum.
I've never heard of these.
Really?
I've never heard of those.
Huh. Neat. The only Warframe I know that had one was Ash. I mean, there's, again, like 14 of them. But I don't remember which others had them. I think Rhino had a few. I know Ash had 2, I think. 2 or 3. English
Excalibur probably had one because they give him everything.
Yeah. English-speaking Grineer. It's referencing, like, back in the beta, Grineer would speak English. And
Ew.
Yeah, it's also the fact that a lot of Grineer sounds like they're speaking English, just, like, distorted a little bit. For instance, the get Clem sounds like they're saying get Clem. There's also, I accidentally skipped this one, Echoes of Umbra. That's a thingy that was a theoretical thing that DE was thinking about adding, where you can make any Warframe move as if it was an Umbra when you were in your operator/drifter. Though that has not come into fruition, and I doubt it ever will. However...
Yeah, most likely not.
Yeah, however, Steve slipped up one day and mentioned they were thinking of some kind of Frost Umbra. But it's been like 2 years now. We've seen nor heard anything more about that. So, where's Frost Umbra, DE?
We are not turning this into the new Ghoul Saw.
Where Ghoul Saw, DE? Where Hydroid
We got
Prime,
Ghoul Saw, it was
DE?
awful.
Yeah, well, you know what? We got that in Hydroid Prime. I don't think we can ask for more.
I could ask for Ghoul Saw to be good.
Yeah. Then there is... Wait, hang on. Where the fuck am I?
We just did the Echoes of Umbra.
Oh yeah, Stamina Parkour 1.0. I think that just changed how parkour and whatnot worked. Stamina was a thing that sucked dick.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Hang on, I had to double check a name. Next up is Courier. That was made by a guy named Olimidi, or Olimidi, or something. I think that's how you say his name, Olimidi.
I think his name is Chlamydia.
You know what? Sure, chlamydia made the Korea. They're basically like little queen eggs of the Orcan, or well, at once Orcan, but currently, well, they're fucking dead. Formerly Grenier queens. They're just little dolls made by chlamydia slash Olamide, or whatever his name is. We have not seen him, nor seen any paintings of him, nor do I think we've seen voice lines of him. We just know he existed, probably, and hopefully made the Korea. There's John Prodman. He was a very rare corpus guy who would appear in the what's the fucking thing called? The gambling thing.
Index.
Yeah, the index. He would appear in the index. And if you get to a certain wave of index and beat him, you get like a poster about him, just congratulating him as being the employee of the month. John Prodman. He uses a prod. Canonically strongest character of Warframe, 100%.
Absolutely.
Honestly, if he prodded the man in the wall, I think John would win. There's
John could prod anything and he'd win.
Yeah. There's also Hey Kiddo. That's just something Wally says a lot. There's also Grendel eating Lephantis. Self-explanatory, Grendel could eat Lephantis at one point. I think he still can. They may have patched it though. If you go into the simulacrum and turn on like the friendly fire thing, Grendel can eat Tenno. I believe at one point could eat drifters, can eat teammate pets / companions.
The ridiculous amount of things Grendel can eat is honestly comical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially because 90% of it is stuff he really shouldn't be able to.
Yeah. There's also China exclusives. Those are just referencing different like exclusive cosmetics and a whole frame only available in China. I believe one of them is
Excalibur Umbra Prime.
Yeah, Excalibur Umbra Prime. DE, when are we getting this in America?
你的生活现在我有冰淇淋。
Social credit plus 10. Also, the Reliquary Dry Finger. If you go into the Railjack, there's a little pod with a finger inside of it. That's a finger that is probably the man in the walls, Wally's, and it charges the Railjack.
It also makes some funny sounds.
Yeah, if you interact with it, Sai has like a fucking mental breakdown. Imagine a color that does not exist. Oh, Stalker mode. That was a gameplay that we got in game mode that we got in Jade Shadows, where you'd play as the Stalker and hunt down players. However, you don't hunt players in this one. You just get to play as the Stalker. Next up is login minigames. On the login page, if you hit like a certain key input or whatever, you get to like play little minigames. For instance, Happy Zephyr, Jump Zephyr, whatever it's called. It's Flappy Bird, but Zephyr. There's a few others too. Multiverse Theory, that's probably referencing the whole idea of there being like multiple timelines, which we know is true, the Drifter and the Tenno and all that.
Yeah.
At causality. It's not causality, continuity and all that. There's also /lotus/language/. That's a little text error that appears very frequently. Every time they patch it, it seems to come back in a new form. It's fucking immortal. Then there's Mire in Foundry. That's referencing the fact that in the Foundry, when you're crafting something or not crafting something, very frequently it'll appear as a mire for some reason. I doubt that's intentional.
I don't know why the fucking mire is the default.
I doubt it's intentional. It's fucking DE. No, it's just taking a really long time to make that mire.
Yeah. Some say it's crafting to this day.
Yeah. Revive with platinum. Self-explanatory. Used to be able to revive with platinum. Snow in space. I can't think of the specific instance this is referencing, but it does snow in space in Warframe for some reason. I don't think it's intentional. Hang on.
No, I'm convinced nothing in this game is intentional.
DE employees are just apes with
With
typewriters, and they scan that code like into the game, and sometimes it works.
And most of the time it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, starter Loki. That's referencing back in the day where Loki was a starter. The good old days. Back before Loki was the most fucking worthless frame other than Yareli.
If you're going out, can you bring these to Ariel? Thank you.
There's also registered losers. That's referencing like a time DE Reb was talking about how many registered users Warframe had. She slipped
What?
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick them up. I think.
She needs now.
No, I mean, you take Gabby first, and then I can take them.
I'll just do it.
She was talking about the registered users in Warframe. Slipped up and said registered losers. But I don't think it's a slip up. I think she said it intentionally as a joke. But she's not wrong.
I mean, yeah, if you play Warframe, you're a massive fucking loser. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, fun fact, if you have sex, Warframe immediately uninstalls itself.
This game is a woman repellent.
Yeah. It's the #1 way to prevent STDs. That, and if you're married or, actually have enough of a life to get someone to have sex with, you don't have time to play Warframe, more than likely. Next one up is Platinum discount on breaks. This is referencing that if you go on a break for a really long time and then come back, you either get a discount on buying something, or on PC, which I think this is actually on console now too, you get a discount on buying Platinum. And the longer you're gone, the better the discount is. Next up is Dark Sector / Warframe Shared Universe. This is like a theory, a Dark Sector and Warframe Shared Universe, mainly because of Proto Excalibur, the Tenno faction, some other shit. Personally, I think it's fucking stupid. It's pretty funny. There's Damage 1.0. That's an update that, if I remember correctly, just changed a way a lot of the damage types worked or something. I don't quite remember. I don't think I was around for that.
They seem to like doing that recently. They've done it like 3 times.
They changed damage a lot. Oh, the Tenno Space program, that's a meme within the community of trying to find different ways to just send bosses or like basic enemies up to space. I can't remember the name, but there's like this really funny repulsion weapon that used to just fling things into the outer...
Sonic.
I think one of them was the Sonic Ore. Yeah.
I know the Sonic Core used to be able to do that. I don't know if it still can.
Yeah, but it would just send enemies into the outer atmosphere. Then there's the power donation bug. Honestly, not quite sure what that's referencing. There's so many bugs in this game.
I think it was a thing with how stacking power donation worked. I don't know the specifics of it. I just know that if you stacked power donation, enough of it on people, some really silly shit happened.
Yeah. The next one up is Teluric's Rampage. I'm pretty sure that was a guy in the community who did a lot of silly things. Probably a moderator of some sort. I don't quite know 100% enough to really speak on that, though. I don't want to tarnish him. RevXDev.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't
Oh
know
shit,
who,
my mic's been unmuted.
and yeah, I don't know who RevXDev is. Probably just a developer who did something infamous.
It's Rebecca's retap. She's evil.
I just looked it up really quickly. Apparently, he showed off leaked stuff or something. Maybe. I got taken down. I don't know. Aerogaya Medica. That's an Orican medical device. Captain Vor wanted it, and yes, I may have just looked it up.
Wow.
He was going after it during the Warframe Ghouls event. It can apparently heal blindness, specifically. Healed Mitsuki's blindness. And it cured her of ghoul poisoned. Huh. Neat. And there's Void D underscore glitch. Again, there are so many glitches in this game.
It's gonna be referred to a plethora.
Yeah, I don't know. Railjack duping. That's just duplicating the railjack. Also a bug, believe it or not. Then there's...
Railjack filled with those.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah, especially on launch. Then there's Hayden Tenno in Duviri Paradox. What? I think that's probably referencing... that's the guy from Dark Sector, the main guy. That animatic trailer that we kept getting for Duviri's Paradox, like way before it was added. The main guy in it, the Drifter, he looks a lot like Hayden Tenno. Like, very much so. He also looks like Pedro Pascal. A lot. But, yeah. Then there is Riven Mafia. So I'm just referencing the multitude of people who spend all their Warframe time hunting for Rivens and making Rivens and whatnot.
The Riven Market.
Yeah.
Absolute cesspool. I despise the Riven Market. It's not. It's not worth it.
Yeah. But Rivens are pretty cool.
I'll never forget.
Rivens are cool, but the people selling them are like some of the most fucking troublesome people I've ever had to deal with in this game.
And yes, Caleb?
Never forget the time that you told me a river would sell for 400 platinum and it didn't sell at all.
Yeah, because nobody buys Rivens because no one wants to get involved with that shitty market.
It's only if it's like uber super Rivens they'll buy.
It's like a god roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're lowballing a god roll, you'll get a sale.
I
Yeah.
sold that ribbon for 5 platinum.
Next up is Requiem Meanings. That's referencing Foss, which is chaos, Jahu, which is form, Kra, which is time, Lok, which is void, Netra, which is decay, Ris, which is light, Vom, which is order, Zata, which is truth, and Ol, which we don't know the meaning of. It may not even have one. But, you know. That's just the Requiem mods that you use to hunt liches and sisters. They all have different meanings. They're Orican words.
That's just reminding me. I forgot that you went out of your way to teach yourself a void tongue.
I tried to. I have forgot the majority of it.
Thank God. We don't need you summoning him.
Hang on. Let me see if I still have it in me real quick. Volni Zatavok Maralok. That's what the man on the wall says. which probably means I don't remember what it means actually. I know it says something about you being an orphan.
You are a bitch-ass welcome.
Yeah. Then next is Orden Karis. That used to be Ordis, as in like Orden Karis was Ordis before he got turned into a Cephalon. That's what they're called. Almost said sentient.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Orden Karis was punished by the Orokin, which they did this to a lot of people. That's how Cephalons were made. And the punishment was being turned into a Cephalon. Which, when Ordis glitches, that's Orden Karis bleeding back through. And, fun fact, if you scan, like the different Cephalon fragments, you'll get areas and whatnot. If you hover your mouse or cursor around, some areas will like have a special thing with bits of dialogue or whatever. And most of them, if I remember correctly, are Orden Karis' memories or him just yapping.
It's very, very specific with that way you have to put your mouse as well. I've tried to trigger it. I've never been able to.
Yeah, it's very specific. There's also Great Prime. That's just referencing the grates that you can break and the fact there's a Prime variant. Solar Rail PvP. That's referencing Solar Rails and the PvP variants and whatnot. I can't even make out what this next one says on the iceberg. This image is so low resolution for me. Vampire Lotus. I think it's just referencing one of the Halloween events where she's a vampire. Or, like, resembles one.
You're just going to skip past Trapnesia?
I think it's best we don't bring that up. We might get regional banned.
I was around for like for like tail end of when that was like an actual like thing people would say.
Then there is This Is What You Are. I think that's just referencing the main theme of Warframe, like the best theme.
Like one of the only memorable themes before recently.
Yeah. I remember hearing
Warframe
that.
soundtrack is not very good.
No, it's peak nowadays. The backlog is okay, but This Is What You Are was peak. I remember hearing it, like at the first, I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then hearing it again, I think it was during this new war, not the new war, the War Within, or the Second Dream, or something. It was pretty cool. Fine, we'll do it. Next up is Trapnesia. A lot of people used to call Neja a trap, or say Trapnesia in, like, regional chat. And you'd get banned from chatting for it, because DE doesn't like that very much. And I'm pretty sure nowadays it'll, like, auto-ban you from chat, or just won't let you say it.
I think it just auto bans you.
Yeah, don't say Trapnesia, and don't say those
Don't
two
do it.
words in the same message, or in close proximity messages either. Just don't say Trapnesia. In fact, just don't say either of those words, honestly. Too risky.
Yeah.
Would put a baby inside.
That rolls very well with the next one. Gender-bent Warframes. That references an old idea of, like, each Warframe having a male/female variant you could use. Especially because Nyx just looks like a female Excalibur. And, well, I mean, now in 1999, they're siblings, so... Or, well, the proto-variants are Arthur and Eleanor. Oh, Zaku is made of Ivara's squad. Honestly, I can't quite remember this.
I believe
It's a
this
theory.
is... What is it? Oh, what's the fucking like in-universe gallery place called?
The
I believe
Lavarian?
it's... Yeah, I believe it's some lore from there.
Probably. That's a theory, though. Hang on. I just found the... What?! No! You can't just open the forums anymore. You have to log in to get to them. Why did, what? Oh wait, no. Okay, not anymore. It just kicked me the first time for some reason. Yeah, it started in the forums, it seems. A lot of people were talking about Zaku being made from Ivara's squad and whatnot. Huh.
Yeah.
Quote, don't forget about the Ivara Laverian, where warframes that fail their inauguration are completely discontinued and erased from most Oricon records. The Zaku parts are likely the corpses of Ivara's squad or similar failures.
I mean, I can believe it.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's a neat idea. DE do that.
But they won't because it's interesting.
Yeah. Old bosses. That's probably referencing the old bosses that are no longer in the game. There's one guy who's like just a basic enemy, but for some reason, or basically was a basic enemy, but had a boss health bar. One of the only
Yeah.
bosses in Warframe who did not have an invincibility phase, so you could just erase him. The next one is Sconazilla, which, fun fact, you cannot say in chat. It gets you kicked from chat if you say it. The reason being it has the word Nazi in it. That's referencing a guy from like 10 years ago who got banned for saying it. Or he didn't say it, but he saw people get kicked from chat for saying it or something.
Yes.
This is off top. I was just checking the Reddit to check this. And apparently in Pokemon XY, they implemented a filter for nicknames. It was really bad because you couldn't name something Violet in some of the games because it's the French word for rape.
Violet?
Yeah, Pokemon, the Pokemon filter, infamously terrible.
Yeah. So yeah, Violet. You just can't name things Violet.
The hell?
Russian speaking Grenier.
Go.
Huh?
I was gonna say on that same topic before we move on. Go look up like a list of all the band names in Pokemon Go.
Mhm.
That'll be a video of its own one day, ranking all the band names. Oh, dude, we should do a Warframe tier list one day, all three of us. Not have it be like on Power or something, have it be on something fucking stupid. I mean, I think it was... Actually, I don't know who it was, so I'm not going to say. But it was that one like really cool guy who did a video about which Warframes could have stopped 9/11.
All of them.
All of, well, not Urali.
Hang on, Ureli wouldn't even like know it's happening. She's too like absent-minded. She has a
She'd
bubble.
be in the tower.
Exactly.
Hang on, wait, no, Zephyr wouldn't stop it. Zephyr was the plane.
Oh God.
Zephyr's the 9/11 Warframe. What are you talking about? Mr. President, Zephyr hit the second tower.
Mr. Excalibur.
There's the Russian-speaking Grenier. That's just Grenier-speaking Russian. Which nowadays, in 1999, we got those toxic people and that one, like, really thick bitch who, like, has her tits out almost. She's, like, I think Russian. Or
Who,
inspired by
Lotus?
Russian. No, not Lotus. The one in 1999, but I guess Lotus applies to, but she's not Russian. She's DE Reb.
I don't know.
Next up is shared tile sets. There's so many shared tile sets. I don't know if that's referring to one in particular or just the concept. But why is it so low? Next is cursed relic items, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what that says.
Yeah, I don't know what that's referencing. Hang on. Let me do a quick check. Someone posted about it 1 week ago. Oh, maybe it's just referencing that, like, just bad luck with relics, maybe? No idea.
Boy, do I know that feeling. I don't think I've ever gotten a rare part from a Radiant Relic.
Hey Caleb, how far are you on Zaku Prime?
I don't even have Star crafted.
Look,
You're
okay,
cursed.
it took me like 2 years to get an Aklex Prime.
Yeah. Oh, reward screen Excalibur. That's probably in the reward screen. It'll just replace assets back in the day with Excalibur.
It still does that sometimes.
That's still a thing, really?
Yeah. Uh, sometimes like I don't know what causes it, but it's like if you don't load fast and like the reward screen fast enough or something, everyone gets replaced with Excalibur while it's loading.
It's funny. Upgrade trees. That's probably referencing something that, like, probably back in the day in the beta they wanted to do something like that and then just didn't. I skipped a whole tier, actually. My bad. Daytime Terror List.
Not much else to say on that.
Yeah. Steam Market. It's probably just referencing the Steam Market for Warframe. And the fact that a lot of cosmetics you have to buy straight from Steam if you're on PC. Update websites. Websites for updates. Reindeer Grenier. Grenier with reindeer antlers and whatnot. For Christmas stuff, I think. Let me double check that just in case it's something special. I think I'm wrong about that. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I'm just severely wrong. Black squares. There's a lot of those.
There are so many of those.
Yeah, many of those. Oh, Excalibur haunts the void. Oh, what?
Gloss over it.
Oh, what? Black squares?
Nope.
What am I
Just
going?
continue.
What?
Continue.
Hang. What'd you say? Don't make me
Gloss
read.
over it.
I marked it. I'm gonna check this later and see what you said. Am I gonna have to cut it out of the video?
Probably.
Oh
Probably not.
god!
Why?
DM me what you said, please.
I'm in the kitchen right now. I can't.
Oh god. What did bro say?
It's worse than I thought.
It's gonna be a slur. God.
Oh, no.
Is it gonna actually be something I have to like cut out of the video?
I don't know, but it kind of is racist.
Victor will hear of this.
God damn it. Alright.
When Twitter hears of this, they'll have your head.
Excalibur of the Void. Sometimes if you're in the Void, you get a message of Excalibur kneeling. There's no sound, just him kneeling. He's haunting the Void. Next up is Fashion Frame is Endgame. That's objectively correct.
No, that's just true. That's just an objective fact. So that shouldn't be on here.
I don't know why that's so low. That should be at the top. Fashion Frame is Endgame, middle game, and early game. Because when you hit MR30, that's when you beat the tutorial. Everything
Yeah.
past that, Fashion Frame. The Oro. That's like life force and life fluid for the Oricon. It's called Oro. That's soul energy. Then Crotch Prime. That's probably referencing Rhino and how a lot of the Prime Warframes have like COD pieces. Let me see if there's
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh wait. Steve had a dance that was also just dubbed the Crotch Prime because he like grabbed his dick. Hang on, I'll send a picture of it in the group chat.
Yeah, that sounds like him. That sounds like TE_Steve.
I love Steve. Oh, okay. Caleb, I don't have to cut that out. That's not bad.
Good.
I'll send it in the player chat. That's a cut of the thing.
Wow.
Who the fuck is DMing me? Oh. I'm not gonna read that out loud. I was about to and then say something mean. Next up is Combat Formation Brave. The combat formation you have to take up against the crotch prime. That is... I'm sorry, that's not Brave, that's Bravo. I think this is a community meme. Combat formation alpha is to cram as many Grineer into a door as you can, so as to get suck and get killed by one power. It says. I think it means stuck, not suck. But formation Bravo is to surround you. So just surround people with Grineer. That's an oddly effective strategy that could take down like the whole globe.
As if people aren't doing that by breathing these days.
Yeah. Next up is Third Orb Mother. I know what it is. Let me get a refresher real quick.
That's me.
You're an Orb Mother, Caleb?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one in Fortuna.
Yeah, that's the giant Fortuna fucking arachnoids.
I think they were promising a third, and they just never did it.
I was never added.
That's just the thing with DE though. If they promise something, it's never coming.
Where Third Orb Mother DE? Open beta. What's that referencing in particular, and why is it so low? Is it referencing the fact that Warframe was like still an open beta up until like 2 or 1 years ago or something? They were doing that to try and get like tax cuts or something, I'm pretty sure, or get exempt from something because they're in beta. I think. I don't know, something like that.
Probably a cut from Steam or something.
Yeah. Corpus guilds. It's probably just referencing Corpus guilds. Self-explanatory. Corpus is being in guilds. Grandmother's name. I thought that was referencing like D.E. Reb's grandmother or something. No, it's referencing grandmother from
Deimos.
Yeah, Deimos. I don't know if that's referencing something in particular, but her name is Gamitru or something.
Gertrude.
Gertrude. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's mother's name. Gamitru. Do we never get grandmother's name?
No.
Oh. No, we don't.
I don't believe so.
Huh. Oh, Durf Onyo. Let me look that up really quickly.
That is an AI-generated Warframe name. That is not real.
No, Durf Onyo is the son/nephew of Nef Onyo. It was a joke in the forums, and then I'm pretty sure they made it real, just like most jokes in the forums.
You can't be asked to make their own jokes.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they did make a really good joke. They made Railjack.
Yeah, they made Ureli.
They also made Warframe.
True. This entire game is one massive April Fool's prank gone wrong.
Yeah. You see, the people who knew it was an April Fool's prank, they either quit or moved to a different department. So, like, people like D.E. Reb and all the others, they just don't know, right?
They're here to make their vampire OCs.
Yeah. D.E. Reb has wanted and pushed for so many different vampire-labeled Warframes. Like, God,
I can't wait for DE_Reb to give us vampire orchid that are definitely nice and not evil in any way.
You say that like she hasn't already. Look at the copious amounts of vampire Warframe. Surely one of them used to be an actual vampire. Wait a minute. The Grineer drink blood, Kuva. They are vampires.
Holy shit.
Wait. And they're kind of Oricon. They were at one point. 2000's concept demo. I don't know what that's referencing unless it means like the demo for Warframe or something. But saying 2000s is very unspecific. Keystone. That's the thing. The thing called Keystone. Not looking it up right now. Oh, it's another game made by DE in closed testing 7 years ago. Oh, God! Ew, it looks awful. Ew, God! Hang on, I'm sending the picture of it.
Everything DE makes is awful.
Hang on, this one's worse. I'm sending it in player-only chat. Look.
Ugh. That's disgusting.
Ew. Ew. It's like a different universe of Concord.
Bro, this shit makes Concord look like gold.
Ew. DE creates Rule 34. Hang on, let me find the exact post.
I've never heard of this, but DE_Reb does have the anime wall in her gym, so I'm not surprised.
It isn't just that. I don't think it's DE Reb, but there's like some employees that I think Reb has too, or Steve one, who will post on like Warframe Rule 34 things on Twitter and online. They'll like comment on it, sometimes share it.
That's really funny.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure some of the artists for Warframe have made their own. So, yeah, that's really funny. Wait a minute. Wait, hang on, I think I found the clip. No! It was taken down! Wait, no? Maybe not? Oh god, okay, hang on, it's a whole hour. Never fucking mind.
Ugh.
Okay. Why didn't this motherfucker timestamp it? Quote, it was on the live stream that has a video that they themselves shared. Why share again seems unnecessary. That said, they do talk quite a bit of Rule 34 on Warframe, didn't they? Make me wonder if that's why they don't want to give faces to the Tenno. Oh, this was back in 2013. Okay.
Wow.
Wait, what? This thread is just people calling DE Reb bad girl and nasty girl. What? Wait a minute. Okay, apparently people are also just DMing DE Reb Rule 34 of Warframe.
Honestly, kind of based.
Why? 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 Why would you send that to Reb? Why would you make Rule 34 of Reb? Actually, why? Wait a minute.
I mean, technically, that's just doing that with Lotus, anyhow, so.
No, like, apparently what they do is they'd call it the Lotus, but it wouldn't be, like, in the outfit or with the Lotus's hairstyle. It would just be Reb. And they'd call... What? Ew. Oh god, that must be weird. Ew. Final boss.
Knowing her, she probably prunes her fingers to it, so.
Ew.
Ugh.
Watch DE Reb watch this video somehow. Sobs about it or something.
Hit me up, babe.
No.
Glossing over that. Final boss is host migration. Yeah,
Again, just another objectively true fact.
that's just a fact.
Just like Fashion Frame, it shouldn't be on here.
Yeah.
It's been like 11 years, they still can't get host migration right.
Yeah. I'm thinking we should have done, like, more research for this, or just, like, made a script for it to some degree, but I think it's funnier just going through discussing it at random and hoping we're correct. Hang on, I'm having to check this really quickly. Okay, the next one is every Warframe account is personalized. This is a reference to every copy of Super Mario 64 is personalized. It's
100% true.
yeah, it's just on there. But you know,
And
every
for some, I mean, so is Fashion Frame, and that's the
yeah,
most obvious thing.
yeah. See,
That's the first thing you're taught when you boot up this game. They tell you even before the tutorial, Fashion Frame is endgame.
please buy our cosmetics. Yeah, but every Warframe account is personalized. I mean, look at Caleb's. You just can't get Zaku Prime. That one tile set that I said to farm it on, you just can't access that, I guess. It's just not on your copy of Warframe.
Yeah.
I almost feel sorry for him.
I gotta bum around some fucking other place.
Zenuric is Owo. What the fuck? One I haven't heard about. Oh! Oh! The Zenuric logo, it looks like Owo. Especially if you, like, turn it.
That never clicked with me.
Hang on, look at it turned this way, Ilya and Caleb. I'm sending it in the chat. That's the Zenuric logo just flipped a little bit.
I hate it.
Don't tell Kat this. She'd use the Zenuric logo. Yeah. Don't worry, Kat won't watch this video. Even if she does, she won't get this far. You know, Kat.
I mean, yeah, but
actually,
she's probably going to look at the chat.
Actually, hang on. Kat, if you're watching this and actually made it this far, like, ping me with this exact timestamp. I'll mark it so I know what it is. Ping me with that timestamp, and I'll give you 20 inspiration.
That's a lot of inspirations.
Yeah, in the Shifting Sands campaign. You know, in the Warframe campaign. It's more fitting that way. If you don't, I'm going to take 5 from you in every campaign. Just a heads up. Next up is Warframe's direct sequel to Jimmy Neutron. That's probably just a theory or something DE has said jokingly. Hang on, I found the post about it. Let me... Dear God, that's huge.
That's a lot of words.
It talks about Warframe and Dark Sector, and then links Dark Sector to Jimmy Neutron.
Johnny Quasar.
Okay, I skimmed it. It's apparently just like a really meme type shit post.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
You expect it to be 100% serious or something?
Yeah, I would say who made it is 8 years ago, but he's a deleted user. Probably said Neja is a trap. So.
Most likely.
Great.
Deleted user means he's deleted off of Reddit. So.
Yeah, the DE goes that far. Fun fact. If you say Neja is a trap out loud, they ban you from Reddit, Discord, Warframe, all those.
No, from like the entirety of Discord, not just from that subreddit.
Yeah.
I did from life.
The entirety of Reddit.
Yeah, they blast you off the internet. We don't know if that's what happened to Rotalius. That's why he quit uploading.
Yeah.
Then we
going out in a bang.
Yeah. Then we got Great Umbra. I don't think that's a real thing yet. It's just probably a meme about the evolution of, Umbra Prime. Oh yeah, it's not a real thing yet. DE will probably make it a thing though. Peeled Loki. Do not research! Is what it says on there. Hang on. Peeled... Oh! That's awesome. Hang on, I'm sending this in player only. Look at this. Peeled Loki.
Oh my god, that's awful.
There's fan art of it.
No.
Look.
Hold on, I gotta see this. Where's
player only chat? Look, it's Peeled Loki.
Ugh.
I hate it.
Oh my god.
Peeled Loki isn't real. Peeled Loki can't hurt you. peeled Loki.
Everyone watching this, go look up peeled
Go look up
Loki.
peeled Loki.
PEELED space LOKI. That's awesome. Oh, Black Lotus. Caleb, hold your tongue.
What is this like? Hold on. Don't gloss over peeled Loki like that.
I didn't.
Is this something in game?
We didn't.
What?
Well, you just fucking went over it.
I didn't go over it.
Practically did. You didn't say anything else about it. You said peeled Loki. Look, guys, haha.
Okay, it's just a Loki with its face ripped off, and it's got like, you know, those little bumps on his like horn things. It looks like eyes, but he has eye sockets still. It's like a fleshy meat Loki, and he has like a nose and like a really scrunched up like mouth.
Is that model from in game? I hope so. That'd be really funny.
You know what? Fine. Here, we'll do a deep dive on peeled Loki. Let me look it back up.
Oh,
Hang on. Peeled Steam Workshop. Peeled Loki. Is this a model or is it just something someone made? Peeled Loki is a Loki without a helmet. I think this is the model. Salvgard made the bump map / texture thingy.
I'm just saying, bro. You can't bring up peeled Loki and then just say haha and fucking leave it there. You just gotta peel him back a little more.
oh my god.
Okay, I don't think that's an actual model, but somehow it exists and people found it. Hang on.
That second like drawing one makes my stomach. That is scary.
It's gonna give me fucking nightmares.
Honestly.
Okay, I think that is real. It's just Loki with the asset just lost his helmet. Like if you take it off, that's what's
Oh my
left.
God.
I think it's real. Ew.
I don't like that.
I can never play Loki again.
I mean, you weren't going to anyway, but
I've used to play Loki a lot because of Boogie Woogie. Especially because his like Prime has those like little nodules on his horns. Those are just flesh bumps now. Oh god.
I mean, yeah, technically that it was always flesh bumps, but
Well now I know what lies underneath. Now I know what the flesh looks like.
you also knew what lied underneath Umbra.
Oh wait, hang on. Here's
Just
like
saying.
a really cool Loki Prime redesign someone drew that I found. Check this out.
that's cool.
That is cool. DE hire this guy. Okay, going past that, Caleb, can we now?
Yes,
Are you sure?
yes.
Okay. I don't know what Black Lotus is specifically in reference to. Oh, I don't know if I can say that out loud. What I just saw on Reddit about this.
Just cut it out. What is it?
Hang on, I probably won't end up cutting it out. I'll leave it in because no one's gonna watch the video this far. But it's like a post about Black Lotus. It's art. Someone said, "Want to sell Black Lotus $511,100."
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know what Black Lotus is in connection to. Unless it's like people saying Lotus is black. I mean, she's kind of tan a little bit. Revive with credits. That's just back in the day. Reviving with credits. Every account will be deleted in 2035. That's a joke. If you get banned, it'll give you like a really long year date till you can reactivate your account. And the time goes to 2035. People say that DE is going to delete every account in the year 2035 to prevent people from getting unbanned. Which honestly, probably, knowing DE.
I believe it.
That's the year of Prestige. We all get to start back from scratch, reload the meta. Prime
They just undo every single update.
yeah, primed soon. That's probably referencing that. You know, sometimes we get promised primes that take forever to come. Hydroid Prime. They had everything for the trailer and frame done.
Weren't they just missing the voiceover?
Yeah, they just needed the basic voiceover. That's all they needed.
It still took them years.
Yeah, didn't Hydroid Prime release before his trailer because of it?
He released, I think, a long time before his trailer.
Yeah.
I know I wasn't around for Hydroid Prime's release, but I was definitely around for his trailer.
Yeah.
Which means he was, at the very least, released mid to early 2019.
Yeah, like, come on.
At the latest.
Come on, DE. What the fuck are you doing? That's the end of the iceberg. A lot of this we probably got slightly incorrect, or could have elaborated on more. But I think it's... there's already plenty of videos about this iceberg. I think it's kind of funny just having one that's just basic discussion with a trio.
Yeah.
Any closing remarks?
Off from the hood.
It's not too late to stop playing Warframe. Please, save yourself!
Gonna cut that part out?
No!
The ending thing is just SpongeBob from the hood.
Probably.
You're gonna send some thugs to come shoot me down.
You know, I'm gonna leave that in. Hopefully someone will actually send thugs to shoot you down.
Oh no.
Alright. Bye-bye.